Hi guys, I'm Lulu, the RC chick from Tucan Hobby, and today I've got these awesome 4 trucks for you, but we're not going to be focusing about those 4 trucks on this one today. We're going to be focusing on the PL18 EV controller and what you can do with it. So I do have all these 4 trucks set up on this one controller, and we have 3 more actually going to be set up on this same one. So in total around 7. So I'm going to show you guys how to switch between your RC models all at the same time using only one controller. Alright, so now that I've finally turned on our PL18 EV radio, so this is going to be the PL18, I'm going to show you which models we have on there. So right here, the first one, this is going to be the 8x4 hydraulic dumper from MD, and also next to it, that's going to be our Tamiya wrecker tow truck, and right there we do have the LXY hydraulic roll-off dump truck and the Cabolite hydraulic roll-off dump truck. So we've got 3 hydraulic dumpers over here and a tow wrecker right over here. So I'm going to show you guys how it works. So I do have the first one turned on right here. We're going to start with this one. First things first, you go right over here on the top menu, you look for where it says models, and then you go on switch model. And right here, you can see the MD 8x4. So this is the 4th one that we have over here, the blue one. So we have it labeled already for you. So that means you can be able to control the blue dump truck over here. So for the warning lights on this one, this red button on your right, that's going to be able to control the different modes on the warning lights. So you have to double press it in order to go into another mode. And then for this one, so we do have some differences in setting up these RC models, as they both have different functions or different soundboards, different light boards. So for the headlights on this one, I've set it up on here. So you can have the red lights, the headlights. That's on SWE. There we go. And now for the sound system on this one, so all of them we've been set up on SWG over here on the right. So you push it up, that's the sound on, push it down, you get the horn. And then for the hydraulic functions for this truck specifically, that's going to be right here. So it does come with a multi-phase cylinder. Judging by most of the trucks I've seen with a multi-phase cylinder, this one actually works the most cleanly. So if you want this RC model, literally contact me and get this one for yourself. So that's going to be the main features of the control on this one. We also have speed transmission for this one. I'm going to show you guys. So speed transmission for our 8x4 MD dump truck is going to be on SWF, which is going to be all the way over here at the bottom. So you can actually hear the speeds change. You can get a little bit of a sound. So this is a 2-speed transmission. All right, and for the drive for all our RC models over here, that's going to be on your left joystick. You can easily go back. Steering is on your right. So that's going to be the same for all our RC models over here. And of course, when it comes to differential lock, it's going to be this switch. So all you have to do is press it, and then you will be able to hear a very tiny sound. Let me turn off the sound so I can show you guys. So when you press it, you're going to hear, there we go. So that's for the settings that we have on this one, how it works. So if you need to get back to the video to watch how it works with the PL18 EV for this one, of course you can get back to it. Now let's go on to our second one. And of course, on this RC model, we do have openable doors with volume control right over here on the inside. It's not on the remote control. Oh my God, that's loud. So it is very loud. So let's just keep it on the center. I think that's good enough. And now over here we have our G88 hydraulic roll-off dump truck. So in order to control this one, we're going to switch from the 8x4 to the G88, which is number 3. Say yes. And now we are officially connected. So I do really like this model. It does have a rear steering axle. Check that out. So the rear axle is not only steering, but also a lift axle. So we do have that set up on our controller over here. So for the warning lights, it's going to be the same. The red button over here, where you have to double press to change the mode. Around maybe 6 different modes you can have. And then for the sound has been put on the same SWG over here. Push it up, horn, and then push it down to turn on. And then for the headlights on this one, we're going to be on SWF. So it's going to change to this one over here. On our previous model, it was on SWE, but now we're on SWF. And for the speed transmission on this one, since this one has 3-speed transmission, but our previous one had only 2-speed transmission, we had to switch them up. So this has 3 clicks, so that's high, medium, low. But this one only has 2. So that's why we had to switch up with the speed. So over here we do have low speed, high speed, but I'm not gonna try to drive too fast for you guys, because I don't really have a lot of space over here. Whoa. But the brakes work great on this one. And finally, the differential lock is going to be on SWA for all of these models. Well, apart from the Tamiya, no differential lock. So the differential lock right over here, you can actually hear it. Let me turn off the sound. Let's go. There we go. And then for the lift axle, since this is the only truck with the lift axle, that's going to be on SWB. You gotta push and hold for it to go up. And that's as high as it goes. And now for our dumper over here, it is a roll-off dump truck. All the controls are going to be on the back. Oh, sorry, on the sides over here. So first things first. So this is going to be our roll-off switch. And then our lift. Pick it right up again. And then over here at the back, bring it right back in. So that will be the roll-off function. That's going to use both of the switches on the left and the right. But in order to just dump, of course, it is a dump truck after all. You just use only the right stick. And that's going to be all the functions that we have on our roll-off dump truck, the LXY version. And of course, for the hydraulic vehicles, you can easily turn up the pump whenever you need it on VRA. So that's on. You can go all the way high, which you do not need, but since we already have mist control on this one. And now let's switch again to our second model, sorry, our third. So that's going to be number 2, K3365. Yes, so now we can operate our K3365 hydraulic roll-off dumper. So we're going to have the same red for the for the rotating warning lights. Switch between the different modes. For the sound, SWG over here. Whoa, that is pretty loud. That is definitely one heck of a loud sound system that we have on here. And of course, for any of these hydraulic movements, it's going to be the same over here. You can roll it all the way off, roll it back, and over here we can lift the dumper. Well, I really do love the color of the hydraulic cylinders on this one. Look at that matte black color. That's really, really nice. I think I will have to do an individual video about this hydraulic roll-off dump truck. And then the speed on this one, it's going to be SWF because we only have 2-speed transmission. And for the speed transmission on this one being on SWF, first of all, right now we are in low speed. I'll show you guys. Pretty standard low speed. To be able to switch the speed, you have to first flip it up for high speed and then push it just a little bit. You can hear the sound, and then now we're in high speed. Whoa. So you can do the same, push it back, down, push it a little bit. There's the sound, and now back to low speed. And now let's switch to our final RC. That's going to be our Tamiya 56362. Now it's working. So first things first, rotating warning light, red button on your right. Can switch between different modes as usual. And then for the sound, that's going to be SWG right over here. Whoa, the sound system on these models is really good, I'm not gonna lie. That is a really loud horn. And then anything on the speed, SWE, just like every other model. So you can actually hear the change. So there is no differential lock on this one, so the SWA is not going to be for differential lock. And for the headlights on this one, we are going to change to our left joystick instead. So that's going to be 1, 2, and then off. So you can also switch in between the different modes on the headlights. The first mode and the second mode. And then over here on the top, we do have another extra bar light. So that's going to be our joystick. Just flip it over to the right. Whoa, careful not to drive. We also have as well the front spotlights on the top with the same pushing the left joystick to the right. And of course, the drive is always going to be, whoa, that was fast. I am in high speed at the moment. Steering, obviously, always going to be on the right. So we can try to switch the speed transmission. So let's try medium speed. Whoa! So happy the brakes on this one are pretty good as well. Nice. This is actually a pretty fun motor to drive around as well. I actually do like it a lot. Let's check out the lights in the back. So we do have a lot of lights on this one. Look at that. Look at all that detail. Lights. Also lights over there on the back. A lot of lights. I actually really like this one. You guys should let me know if you want me to do a video about it. And now finally the last function on our controller, that's going to be this one where you can lift. Everything else, like pulling this down, that's going to be manual. So this switch is going to be your SWD on the right. Push it back down. Now, if you're wondering, while having all these RC models on, can I still use only one remote controller? And of course, the answer is yes. So all you have to do to be able to switch is very easy. You don't have to turn off anything to be able to use them. So right now, we're on our first RC model that's being controlled. So easily, guys, just go switch model. Let's do the K3365 second model. Just say yes. Simple. And now we have the K3365, and the model is still working over here with sound. I can still turn on the sound of this one if I want. See, that's pretty easy. You can change the lights if you want. You can literally do anything. And then obviously if you want to use our blue truck over here, go on switch model. Switch model, and then that's the 8x4. Switch it. And now we have the 8x4 over there. Turn on the sound. Whoa, look at, you hear that symphony. And then finally, our last model over here, the G88. Switch, turn on the sound. So you can easily control all of these models all at the same time using only one controller. And now that I've made a lot of noise, guys, I'm gonna have to say bye and see you guys in the next video. If you have any other questions, just let me know and I'll leave all my contact information. See you later.